Yeah. Hi.
Hi, everyone. Okay, we should be able to hear all of us now. Thank you, Rito. Okay, so we're gonna do a first kind of game with Tay Tay. So we're going to do a name that game.
Woo!
So name that game. So you go first, Eric.
Okay, so this is our first clue. This is a game. This game started development after a game called Disruptor and was released in September of 1998. That's your first clue.
Okay, it was released in September 1998.
Yep, and it was developed after a game called Disruptor by the same studios.
Disruptor.
I know.
Oh.
Do you know?
I have no
This-
idea.
this
At
is
this
a-
point, I'm just trying to think of late 90s
That's the hard
games.
clue.
This is a
That's
hard
the
clue.
hard clue.
This is a hard. Eric did a hard one.
Eric's
I did a
name.
hard one to start off with, okay?
Disruptor. I don't even know what that is. I've never heard of that.
Okay.
Late 90s games.
Give us one random guess and we'll move on.
Can you tell me what console it was out for?
Not yet.
Okay.
Wow, Eric's playing it rough.
He
Okay.
is.
I'm playing hardball.
Super Mario.
That is incorrect.
Incorrect.
You lose. Kicked off the
Good,
podcast.
Very good guess, though. It was a good guess because it is an older game, so that is a good guess.
You tried. It might get easier for you, but it might get harder. So we'll see what happens.
Great.
I tried to do.
Right.
I tried to do the
It
clues.
might
from
get harder
hardest
or
to
might get
easiest.
easier. So,
Right.
so kind of moving into our first topic: PewDiePie versus TSeries. So,
Yes.
kind of this is the reason why we had Taylor on here as well, because she follows PewDiePie kind of religiously,
Pretty much. I watch every video.
every video. So he posts videos every day.
Yep.
Pretty
At
much
least one a day.
like twice a day, I think.
Yeah. So pretty much what it is that India has a series called TSeries, and it was coming up with more viewers than PewDiePie, or subscribers, than PewDiePie on YouTube.
Yeah. It's been pretty crazy. Like they've been around for a long time apparently, but they kind of came out of nowhere on YouTube and just like, hey, we've got all the subscribers.
Right, and I think PewDiePie didn't notice because they were gradually creeping up on his subscriber count. So I don't think he knew.
Well, and it's not even something that's in that radar of that type of YouTube channel.
right.
It's not he would know if Shane Dawson was getting close or if Jenna Marbles was getting close. But
Right.
T-Series is a totally different channel that just has a ton of soap opera type shows on it and Indian music videos.
Right. So it's how could he know that was gonna come?
Mhm.
So, but
Well, and they've gotten really close to his subscriber count, and then there's the whole meme, the subscribe to PewDiePie meme that's been taken over.
yeah.
That's insane.
Right. And that kind of leads me into my another thing where people have been going in and doing a whole bunch of things to try to make PewDiePie beat T-Series. Someone was saying that the printer.
Yeah, somebody hacked over 50,000 printers actually, and and got them to basically have his bro fist on there, and Eric's being sassy and making fun of me.
He is being sassy.
No, I'm looking intently at you.
But it was cool. But it also was like people really freaked out about it because it made them realize that that was like a total security breach, and like that anyone could have hacked that. But it was funny that it was for PewDiePie, and of course PewDiePie didn't have anything to do with it personally.
Right.
It was just one of his fans that was like, "I'm gonna do this."
Right,
Like
and
the
I think
hacking
that's
giraffe,
like
something like that.
what?
The hacking giraffe, wasn't it someone like that?
Something like that, yeah. And that's why I think it was fantastic that literally all of these people were just doing what they could with no help from, PewDiePie at all. Not him well, I mean, he did ask a lot of people to help him.
That's true. It just kind of got away from him though, which is the funny part.
Right.
It kind of started as a joke, and then the joke got taken way too far.
It did. What did he made that what are they called, the songs? A-track or the track tapes, or what is
A diss track?
Diss track.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a diss track called Bitch Lasagna.
Which I love.
And it's fantastic, and I love it. But it just started out as, once again, just kind of like a meme, and it was just meant to be funny, but then, like, now it's, like, sold a ton, like, it's on Spotify and, like, all this stuff. It's crazy.
Yep, and that's, well, and I think what he said, it got taken down from Spotify at one time.
Back on there, though.
And then people kept, like, uploading it back to Spotify.
Yeah, it got taken down and uploaded like a bajillion times.
Yeah.
A couple of fun facts about this. The closest that the follower count gap has been, according to my research, has been under 15,000.
Right.
But never has TSeries gone above him, which I think is really cool. Like, it was so close.
I know, so close. And what was it? Like I watched one of his videos with Taylor, and it said that, like, literally TSeries gained, what was it, 6,000 or 9,000 subscribers.
Over 9,000 in, like, literally, like, 1 second. And so that was, like, people are, like, freaking out saying that that's bots, and they're using bots for it. And
see, and that's bad. If TSeries has to do that, I mean,
I don't think they have to do that. I don't think so, because they are the #1 most viewed YouTube channel right now.
Right.
Most views, like, just by view count. And in fact, PewDiePie is not even in the top 5. He's 8th when I last checked. So,
which is crazy,
Yeah,
but
I think that's insane that even though he's the most subscribed, he's not necessarily the most viewed. I guess I don't know exactly how their metrics work, because his videos are a little longer. I'm sure T-Series are more bite-sized because they're like music videos and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of them are a lot shorter. The only reason why I know is because I've watched like 4 or 5 of them just long enough to leave a comment saying subscribe to PewDiePie.
Oh, okay.
And then I got off.
Nice.
That makes sense.
Nice. Well, and he does a lot of early on he used to do a lot of like game walkthroughs, which are 30 to an hour long. I mean, if anybody's going to watch them, it's going to be 5 or 10 minutes, and then either they have to go or they get bored, pretty much, So, but
It's true.
What was
That
it?
is very
true. What was it? Did I put these on here? Where are they at?
I don't know what your life's about right now.
That's true. I don't know what my life's about either. And also we heard, speaking of the printers getting hacked and everything like that, he said in one of his videos that like one guy bought the biggest billboard in New York City and put, subscribe to PewDiePie or help PewDiePie on there.
Oh, wasn't that Mr. Beast? Is that the Mr. Beast campaign?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, that guy's awesome. I think he's so funny.
Yeah, and I don't know, did he ever find out how much it was? Like,
PewDiePie heard that it was like $1 million to do that, but he was like, I don't know if that's true, and we didn't look it up or anything. But if it was, even if not, like, I imagine that still cost so much money. That's insane.
Right.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
much money.
Well, and there's been a couple of spikes in his subscribership from people giving him shout outs. Mr. Beast, like that gap, that 15,000 gap, I think Mr. Beast basically prevented that from being the downfall. And then there was another shout out by, like, I think Markiplier's done one.
Yeah, it was Markiplier.
Logan Paul, for some reason, even though PewDiePie hates Logan Paul, has done one.
I know.
Right, now it's funny because when you watch his videos, he's like, I'm desperate, guys. Just anyone do it.
That's so funny. And it's like, it shows that, like, the YouTube community's kind of tight, pretty much, you know? Yeah. And
creators got to stick together.
Yeah, got to stick together. So yeah.
Well, at one point, when Markiplier did the shout out, it was Markiplier and it was, I think, Jacksepticeye was the other one. They both did shout outs in the same day, and PewDiePie got over 500,000 subscribers in one day.
And that's just astronomical. I mean,
well, and it's crazy right now. I think isn't he like 1.5 million, almost 2 million, maybe higher.
I saw yesterday. Hi Randall, hi Reed. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm
gonna go take a nap. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm gonna go take a nap right now. Yeah, I think I checked last night. It was like 1.5 million.
I'm gonna check it right now. We're gonna get a live update.
I was just gonna say that's what I want to look up too.
Live update.
I'm really curious because I thought it was crazy that the gap was getting so much bigger in favor of PewDiePie, and it is right now 1.5 million.
1.5 million, like
almost exactly. A little bit less. But
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the fact that PewDiePie has gained what, like, I remember in the last month maybe 5 million subscribers.
I think almost 8 actually, because he hit 69 million like a month ago.
Yeah, that's insane. It's insane. That's like it's like 6% growth or 10% growth. I can't do math.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
You know what that is?
It's memes.
That's interesting.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's interesting. Well, that's embarrassing. Moving on.
Okay. So
that's embarrassing.
Do we want to wrap up anything on PewDiePie versus TSeries? I'm all the way pro PewDiePie.
Me too. I mean, you have to be though, because I would be mad at you if you weren't.
That's true.
I feel like I introduced both of you to PewDiePie. Okay, I feel like I'm the most original PewDiePie fan. Thank you very much.
You are, and you have introduced us to PewDiePie, and it's, for one, taken over Taylor's life, and two, it's just, I mean, I think by far does every single game. It doesn't matter what game it is. It could be anything from was it horror games to what his ass game that he made?
Yeah, which Animal Super Squad. I really want that, by the way.
And it's cool, and that's why I'm pro PewDiePie. I just love him. So, anything?
Well, speaking of memes, because PewDiePie has become a huge meme right now, I think it's time for our photo of the week, not memes of the week.
Aren't we doing memes of the week too?
No, we are. Hold on. And
but you need to hold your horses, and so do I.
Yes, Reed. Jenna does take over. So she pretty much watches YouTubers from like dusk till dawn. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's true. Like my breaks at work, I come home after work, and I usually have at least 5 to 6 shows or like episodes of YouTube that I have to watch.
Right.
Well, she's watching them right now, so
she's actually not even here.
This is pre-recorded.
It's pre-recorded. Yeah, because she's watching PewDiePie and Jenna.
I'm behind the green screen watching Shane Dawson and Jenna right now.
Yep, that's what's going on. So actually, before we do the next topic, or photos of the week, we got to give a second clue to the name that game.
Okay.
Can I get a repeat of my first one?
Repeat.
Okay,
go ahead.
We're going over the clues.
Okay.
This is Name That Game. Woo! So this game started developing after a game called Disruptor and was released in September of 1998.
Okay, that was my first clue.
This game features dragons and treasures and an open world concept never before seen in a PlayStation title.
Can I guess?
You can guess.
Spyro!
Woo!
You did
You
it!
did it! Wow!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Maybe I made that the easy clue second. Jeez, I thought that would be harder.
Are you serious? You like gave it away.
Well,
You're like, hey, dragons!
Dragons can be
Honestly,
in
I
other
almost
games, too.
guessed that for my first one, just because I was like, what's a late 90s game?
And
Well,
you did, yeah.
But
You
I was
didn't,
like, I don't
so
know,
you
a
still
million
lose.
Marios have come out, so.
And I was gonna say, like, you know, you have to find treasures and gems and like statues that are made of gems, and you know that would have been a little bit harder. But Eric gave it away.
You should have just said that you get to, like, pick on sheep.
Oh,
Yeah, because I would have got it with
one.
that.
You
That's
could
a
have
good
done
one.
Fable
I
for that
haven't
one.
even-
Oh, that's chickens. Chicken kicker. Chicken
oh, look at
kicker.
I thought it
those
was sheep.
chickens.
Yeah, no, and I'm talking about a different game now, Taylor. Stay on top
Fine, I don't...
of the topics.
Fable. Oh my god. Okay, so we'll go to
Now we'll move on. Now that the whole game's been ruined because I made it too easy.
You did. You kind of made it too easy. So we'll go to picks of the week, okay? So first pick of the week we did Tay Tay. So her pick, go ahead and talk about it, Tay Tay.
For picture of the
Yep,
week?
your
Oh, okay,
picture of the
photo
week.
of the week. Oh, I see it on there now.
Yep.
Sorry. There's a microphone in my face. So this is actually a photo that was taken by my cousin, John Liu. He's kind of an amateur photographer and he loves animals, and I thought this was super cute, plus an opportunity to shout out my cousin. So look up John Liu, Liu photography on Facebook.
Is it with an H?
What?
H or no H?
H. JOHNLIU. John Liu photography.
Okay. Awesome. John Liu Photography.
He's a big wildlife photographer and he takes some really cool stuff. He goes up to Yellowstone every year and
Yeah,
does
that's
some
super
cool stuff. So
And he lives in, what was it, Omaha? So the Henry Dooley Zoo is there, and didn't he like help out with them doing nature stuff?
He used to work for the zoo for a while. He wants to go to school for zoology. He's doing a bunch of really cool stuff. So
That's cool.
Awesome.
Super cool. Okay, so up next is Eric. Go ahead,
Oh,
Eric.
it's my picture of the week. So I just got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and my
Okay.
favorite game series is Metroid. So I have this beautiful picture of Ridley because he finally got added to the cast. It makes me so happy, and he's the best. I thought this was a really cool, just like art of this because it is, and I'm very, very impressed. This is from Scarvy. I found this on DeviantArt. So that's SCARVII. I haven't checked out too much of their other artwork and stuff up there, but it's pretty freaking cool. And they made me very happy. So shout out to them. And
Nice.
that's my thing. So ha ha ha.
That sounds good. Okay, so up next, I did me. So this is a picture of the Winchester House that Taylor and I took on our big vacation that we did. And I thought
you
this
took
was
a house?
Yeah, it's a house.
You took the whole house and
We
like
took
put
the
it in
whole
your
house.
pocket?
Yeah. So surprise, it's not in San Jose anymore. It's actually in my backyard. So the reason why I thought this was interesting is just because overall the Winchester House is just super creepy, super awesome. You know, Mrs. Winchester built it on after her husband died, because she thought that all the spirits of the Winchester repeating rifle would come after her, and she never stopped.
Oh no.
Yeah. She never stopped building. Even when she died, she kept on building. It was part of her will, which I thought was super interesting. So the reason why I did this one as well is because in this picture, if you zoom it in, there's like this really creepy face that our friend Reed, which I think he might be still watching, but really like got creeped out by it, and I loved it.
because it totally looks like there's like a ghost in the window or something.
It
so
does.
it's
It
pretty
looks
nuts.
like there is a ghost in the window, and so yeah, perfect. Yeah, he likes it. So
Well,
and he still
you
has
should-
that picture, so that's funny.
And fun fact, we did a tour in that house,
We did.
and we
And
were
you saw the
only
ghost.
halfway through, and we walked over 1.5 miles.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
because Mrs. Winchester, she had really bad arthritis in her knees, and so she
So a
built.
huge house was a good idea for her, like.
And she's only like 4'9".
Yeah, and so she actually built the stairs. What was it, like an inch?
Yeah, they're like an inch and a half or two. They're like this big. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, and it actually like rotates up, like goes up and just gradually goes up on every single part of the house.
One staircase had 7 hairpin turns in it, just to get up like half of a floor.
That's so weird.
It was insane. There's a few normal staircases too that like the servants used, but a lot of them that were what she primarily used were they were just like 2-inch tall stairs. It was nuts.
Weird.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's super interesting. That's why I did it, because it was just so fascinating for me. So we'll do that.
That's a perfect segue into a twisting hairpin turn of a video that I think we should talk about next.
That's oh god. Yeah, so our next topic, YouTube Rewind.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
The infamous
YouTube Rewind. So Taylor, what'd you think?
So it's the most disliked video on YouTube currently.
Of all time. Of all time, yeah.
But which is funny because, it was like made by YouTube, by the platform itself. And it got the most dislikes ever. So that's kind of interesting. And people actually were leaving because Baby, originally by Justin Bieber, was the #1 most disliked video. And it now has less dislikes than what it did originally, because those people were going over, unliking it, and then taking off their unlike and then putting an unlike on the YouTube Rewind just to make it. It's pretty bad.
That's hilarious. That is dedication. The YouTube fan base
super dedication.
Does a lot of funny stuff.
It was all based off of Fortnite, which
is really annoying because Fortnite isn't YouTube.
I know. I mean, and it's like, they had Ninja in it, which mostly Ninja streams on Twitch.
He's a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
So
he does have a YouTube account, but I think the only reason why they put him in there is because they were doing Fortnite, and I feel like if they weren't doing Fortnite, he wouldn't have been on there.
I could see that.
Yeah, no, that's so true. I don't know why they threw Fortnite in there, because that seems weird to me.
Right.
Now that you've mentioned it, my eyebrow is raised.
That's interesting.
Raising
that's
eyebrows.
Interesting.
You are correct.
I should forget completely what the title of this podcast is every single time we do this, so that I can say a bunch of stuff that's the equivalent and never actually say it.
Oh my god. Okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so you took my thing about it being more than Baby. That was my thing. I don't know. And like they had a big old thing where PewDiePie wasn't even asked, which #1
Which he wasn't asked last year either, but
well, I mean,
well, to be fair, he's been in one before. So like I think they should ask him because he's up there, but he did do that. Like the first time they did it, they did him and he started.
But they have a lot of people do it like again, like several years in a row.
That is true.
I mean, Shane Dawson
also
wasn't in
PewDiePie.
There.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
PewDiePie versus TSeries was such a big thing at like this whole like what is it, like 2 or 3 months now where it's been a thing, and so it's plenty of time for them to have at least put him in there. I did like that someone slipped it in there with his chair.
With his chair.
That was chair. And then if you actually, PewDiePie did a review on it of the video. I guess that creator that did that portion of that animated portion, if you look up on the shelf, there's also like all these different things relating to PewDiePie and like his meme review and like everything else too. God. So it's awesome.
That's
so funny.
Mm-hmm.
So he was secretly in there, but I mean, Shane Dawson, Jenna, I mean, what was it? Markiplier wasn't in there. I mean, like all of these people, that are really big YouTubers weren't in there.
And it's fine if they declined, but like I know at least with PewDiePie they wasn't even asked. They just didn't bother. And then there was a bunch of people like honestly I've never even heard of or seen at all, even peripherally. So that was weird.
The thing that I thought was cool was that they had, other YouTubers in other languages be there. That's the thing I thought that was cool is because, and it goes to show how like big YouTube is internationally as well. So
yeah, I think that was really cool. There were a couple of little gems in there. I thought it was cool that they took comments and were like, "Hey, do these comments." But I think the execution on them was a little bit funny in spots.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, the idea that they had of like, let's let YouTubers do their own video was like, I feel like a good idea, but it just totally backfired because it's the Big Brother YouTube that everybody's mad at right now that's hosting this video.
Yeah,
so it didn't really
felt
work.
really awkward and forced, honestly. There were a couple of little cool snippets, but they weren't enough to overthrow the awkwardness of the video.
Yeah, overall it was kind of, I mean, I was happy as far as there was a few of the YouTubers that I watch on there, but like Drake said, most of them, like the majority, I had no idea who they, and Eric, like I had no idea who they were, like at all.
Yeah. So.
But like Molly Burke was on there. She's pretty awesome.
She was cool. That's another one that Taylor.
She's the infamous blind YouTuber, but her and her dog Gallop were on there, and Gallop was featured more than her, which is funny because that's just her guide dog.
Right.
Yeah. I saw Nikki Tutorials in there, and I mean Liza was very big, like front and center, which PewDiePie
made a comment about that when he was reviewing it, though, about Liza, about how Liza's barely even done YouTube videos for the past year because she's been doing like real like movies and stuff. So he's like, why is she on there? She's like not even a YouTuber this year.
Right. And
yeah, there was a couple of people in there who was like, have you even put a video out in months? Like,
and well, I mean, Will Smith.
I know. Like, why was Will Smith part of it?
Like,
he does do YouTube videos.
He does do YouTube videos with his son, I think. And, which is cool. I mean, getting a big name to do something like that, but
it also just shows that they were trying to make it like all, big and corporate kind of and really mainstream. And that's not really the point of YouTube.
Yeah.
I was like, why did it need to have a movie star in the first 20 seconds of the video?
Right.
It's like
unless they're a
unnecessary.
big YouTube star. Like, I would expect a big YouTube star to start it and have a movie star. Like, even if they're a YouTuber, come in later and be like, hey, I'm also here, but I'm also a celebrity, but that's not the important part. It felt like they were highlighting the importance of him being a celebrity, not the importance of people being creators on YouTube.
Agreed.
Right. And, I didn't, see how many followers and subscribers Will Smith has and everything like that, but I don't know. Either way, I just think that for one, YouTube Rewind was just a complete failure.
Yeah, it did not represent the community very well.
I don't know.
The problem.
I don't think it did. And even if they did have those big names in there, I feel like for one, they could have done something a little bit better than make it Fortnite themed.
That was a little bit strange. It was big. I mean, Fortnite is big. It's like the biggest online game right now that people play competitively, which is cool and all.
True.
But
I mean, that's true. I mean, you could arguably do like League or PUBG or anything like that, but I don't know.
Now that we've beaten this topic completely to death, I think we should move on.
That sounds good.
Mostly because I suck at Fortnite really badly, and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I like the game; it's fun. It's just,
I'm bad at it.
Right.
You're welcome, Reed. It's not very good. Don't watch it.
I wouldn't watch it, Reed. I mean, if you want to just see something bad, then watch it. But yeah,
you could watch it and then hop on the bandwagon and dislike it. So
yeah, I thought about doing that. But I was like, nah, I'm too cool for that. So whatever.
And I didn't watch 2011, so I don't know if whenever Gangnam Style came out, right.
I have not watched any YouTube rewinds at all, so this was my first and I feel like it was a bad representation of the whole idea.
Well, and that's my thing too. I haven't seen any either, so it's like, do I want to watch 2019's? Like, I don't know. No,
they should kill it. It's done.
It's
done. Just like this segment. Moving on.
Okay, meme review. We're done with PewDiePie.
Right.
Oh, sorry. It's got to be 3 claps for copyright. Meme of the week.
Woo!
Woo!
Okay, so meme of the week. So we're gonna start with Tay again. So Tay's meme.
It's an oldie, but it's a goodie.
So basically, what we're gonna do is gonna read your meme, and then we'll talk about it after that.
Okay, so do you want me to just like explain it for?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So it is a 4-picture meme. The first one is of Hagrid that says, "You're a wizard, Harry." The second one is of Harry saying, "You're a hairy wizard." And then it's just 2 screenshots of very confused faces and shocked faces
oh my
of
God,
Hagrid and Harry.
That's so good. Okay, thank you, Taylor, very
You're
much.
welcome.
So we'll move on to Eric's meme of the week.
You know, I thought Taylor's was all right, but I think my meme is much better. But you know, that's none of my business.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Kermit the Frog.
This is just a classic, and I love it, and I love how sassy it is, and I love the sass of how sassy this is. And have I mentioned how sassy this is? Because it's so sassy, and I love it.
That's right.
It's just a classic. It's Kermit drinking Lipton tea, and usually captioned, "But that's none of my business."
Oh
and
my God.
It's always the sassiest.
Just sipping some tea.
Yep. And that's it. That's it. Go on. I can't say anything sassier about that than what I already have.
Right. I agree. Reed says Bitly equals Kermit drinking tea. Confirmed.
So
that's none of my
true.
business.
So true. Okay, so we'll move on to mine. So I got this from Reddit, and it made me literally laugh out loud uncontrollably. So it's basically a post from PETA, and it says, "Cow are friends, not food," with a heart, and has a picture of a cow. And this guy named Trap Daddy, I guess, name one cow you're friends with. And PETA came back and said, "Your mom." And I don't know why, but literally I died laughing so hard. It was so funny. And I don't know if this is appropriate for our podcast or our stream, but it was just, God, it was funny.
Oh, got him. No, it's perfect. I like it. It's too funny. It's such a good clapback. It goes along with the sass of mine.
Right.
Sass.
Right. You know,
I mean, Taylor's. I think our theme of the week might be sass, because Taylor's was also fairly sassy.
Well, you're a hairy wizard.
It was very sassy. I think if PETA had a mic, they would have dropped it right there.
That's so true.
So true.
You know what has been dropped lately, though, that I've heard about? A bunch of games in China, actually.
That's true. So it goes to our next topic, which is the Chinese game ban. So I don't think we have like too much time to go over this one, so we'll try to keep it a little bit brief. Yeah.
But,
and we didn't give Taylor any kind of basically heads up on this topic. So I just kind of want you hear that for the first time, and then your comments and your thoughts.
So what happened was China banned a bunch of games. A bunch of really popular big name games: League of Legends, PUBG, World of Warcraft are 3 big ones that I can think of just off the top of my head. Just like overnight, it was like, nope, we're not doing these anymore. And they gave some very vague reasons. The number one that I've seen kind of all over was inharmonious chat rooms. And a couple are like they don't promote
like shit
good
talking.
Chinese.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like the toxicity of the chat rooms, which I mean, I understand, because chat rooms can be really toxic, but
right.
How do you fix that, China?
Right. And I get that too, you know, but you can't really fix that because literally it's the internet, And if you have one person playing a game, you know, it could be the next person just talking a whole bunch of stuff to you, you know. So, and you can't monetize that. You know, you can't take that down or just disable chat and altogether.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Are they just going to have to disable chat completely to get these games back in the Chinese market? Because they're very, very big markets.
Yeah,
for
so like
gaming.
all I know about specifically is pretty much League of Legends because of you guys. But so does that mean like, I mean, there's like Chinese like teams, like pro teams, like so they just can't play in their own country now?
And see, I read one article that said literally like they banned a bunch of games, but then they were going to make changes to the big names like League of Legends and PUBG to make it friendly and user friendly and things like that.
Well,
so
and
I don't
some
know
of the reasons were like violence and gore and like revealing female characters and stuff like that.
Right.
So that's stuff they can fix. They can't really fix inharmonious chat rooms without just completely removing them in that country.
I agree.
And even though, you know, communication can be a very important aspect of these games. So I think it's, I don't know, I think it's a slap in the face, and China's just like, we're doing whatever we want. Meh.
I mean, that's what they always do. But...
Right. And so, I mean, you know, how is that going to, depending on what they do, because we don't know what they're going to do with it yet, but how does that make it so all of these big name people that play, you know, in the professional scene, are they going to be able to, do they even want to go over there, you know, to all these different teams? Are they going to be able to do what they want to, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, well, and here's the other thing too is, I mean, I've been playing World of Warcraft for ages, and there's literally been a separate version of World of Warcraft for the Chinese audience. Like they went through, they removed all the bones from the game and added tombstones or added China moral specific stuff that they could use for that game so that it could be played in China. And they've really catered to that Chinese audience for a long time, like 14 years, 15, 16 years now. I guess it came out in 2009, probably. 9 years.
9 years.
I got a little carried away.
Wow.
Just
45 years.
Math is hard.
It's 300 years. But I think it's like a kick in the face to those developers who have put in so much time and effort to meet your needs, that your very stringent moral regulations, and basically release a second version of the game just for your community. And then you're like, no, your chat rooms, our people are being bad in your chat rooms, and that's somehow your fault now.
Right.
F you.
Right. You know, well, and that's the thing. How are they going to, you know, redo PUBG? Where all you do is literally survive by killing people and being number one.
I mean, they could do it by like fantasizing. That's a new word. Get over it. Like making the blood and bullets, changing it into something else, like confetti or.
Can we just like throw stuffed animals at people?
Yeah, it's like
and then they like fall asleep.
Fluff and they fall asleep. It's exactly stuff like that. They just fantasize it.
That's right. They're not dying. They're just literally going to sleep, and they'll wake up in 2 hours, be refreshed.
They're actually going to big business company man China.
That's right.
Actually, you just shoot plane tickets to China at people now, and they just decide that they're going to China. That's how they can fix it. But that's none of my business.
So, but no, literally, I don't know what they're gonna do. So
that's crazy though.
It'll be interesting to see what they're gonna do as far as the professional scene.
I'm really excited to find out. Yeah. Definitely, it's gonna be interesting. I think it'll probably get resolved I want to say it'll get resolved easily, because these companies are so big and the market is so large that they're gonna probably just bend to whatever China wants them to do, and they're going to do it, and they're going to get their games reinstated. So,
yeah,
I don't think it's very fair, but it's what it is.
It's not, you know, and who's getting punished? I mean, it's really the game developers and the players.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, It is what it is, but I thought it was really interesting, and I'm sad about it.
Yep. So.
But anyway, we can go ahead and I think we're getting kind of close to time here, so we might have to move on.
That's right. So what we're gonna do to kind of finish out the stream/podcast is we're going to go into a new segment called Who's That?
Who's that?
Who's that? So basically, this is for everyone to play.
Ooh.
And we're going to get it up on all the social medias, Facebook, YouTube, or Facebook.
This is a family-friendly
Instagram.
stream, okay?
Yeah, new
we're
phone
gonna get it
Hooties.
up.
Words are hard. But we'll get it up on the social medias, and then when we come back, not this coming week because of Christmas, but the following week, we'll tell you who that person was, and if you get it right, then kudos.
So you get 2 whole weeks to figure it out.
So we're going to show a picture for those who are watching the stream live, and we are also going to give a verbal clue. So the people who are watching get an extra clue, and this one Drake made too easy, but I made it too hard.
Oh, okay. So, big picture. Okay, name this character.
Are you ready? I've got the clue. Are you ready?
We're ready. Go ahead.
Born Julian Kintabor, this villain nearly succeeded in his world domination dreams and even ruled for decades.
Very nice, very nice. So I have a couple of quick quotes. Tongue twister. So next quote is, "Better luck next time, Fox Boy."
That sounds out of context. Just great.
Right. So my next one, you horrid little hedgehog.
Awesome.
So yeah, so pretty much we'll go ahead and put this all over social medias and everything like that, and we can kind of guess who it is.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Reed wants to know if you can guess here.
Oh, yes. So, Reed, you can guess. Go ahead.
But we can't tell you if you're right.
You can't.
Yeah, we can't tell you until 2 weeks from now.
That's
so.
right.
Until 2 weeks from now, because it's a horrible mystery. And
Yeah,
What?
you're right, Drake.
That
Sorry,
is not
guys.
me.
Ruined it.
Hey,
it's Drake.
Hey.
Where's your mustache?
I'm working on it.
He's working on it.
I'm
It's
working on it.
Gonna take a few
it's a
years.
suit.
It's
a suit. It's his secret identity.
It's very good guess, Reed. Very good guess.
It is Drake. Anyway, so I guess we're gonna wrap up. We're basically at time.
We're gonna wrap up.
Thanks to anyone who came and enjoyed the podcast today, or didn't enjoy it but came anyway.
That's right.
As long as you're here, we don't care if you like it.
As long as you're here, that's right. So, thank you again, everyone, for coming in and tuning in. So we're not gonna, like I said, do one next week because of Christmas time, but come back. I think it's the 2nd of January.
Yes, the 2nd of January will be right here. Hopefully, same time and same place and all that jazz. So I'm looking forward to it.
All that jazz. So, thank you, Taylor Tay, for coming as special guest.
Thank you for having me
Today.
I
Perfect.
had fun.
Thank you. Check out Metabitly, Eric, on all the social medias. He does streaming practically, three times a week?
Well, I will as soon as I get through training at my new job. I am on a stream break at the moment, but I will be streaming. I do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh, 4 times. Perfect.
So 4 times a week for 2 hours a day, which is just for fun. So come watch so that I can have fun. Do it. Anyway.
And I'm Checkered. All my social medias. I will try to be streaming. Try to get a schedule lined up sometime soon. I think I'm gonna try to anyway. And I'll do pretty much whatever I feel like that day. So, but thank you so much, everyone, for coming in and watching with us. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.